Good to have you here, man.
Good to see you, Rick. The two Ricks.
A chef. You love vino. You love flavors. You bring lots of great stuff to here to QVC. Tell us why I want to pick this up.
Well, the Great Gourmet.
Be a food guy for a second.
Be a food guy. That's right. The Great Gourmet is born and raised on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. So the inspiration from the Eastern Shore of Maryland is great seafood. But there's one thing Maryland's known for is crab cakes. Well, Kim, the owner, took that inspiration. And what she does is she sources the best ingredients she can find each and every week and takes them back to the kitchen and by hand, Rick, their chefs and their team create the best crab cake you will ever taste.
And you've got it here.
Sure.
Sometimes these things are called amazing.
Sure.
Wonderful. And they're not that amazing and wonderful. They're just kind of okay. We're calling this Colossal. It lives up to the name. Look at the comparison. That's a crab cake, and this is a Great Gourmet Colossal crab cake.
That's right. So here's the typical 3 to 4 ounce what you would find in the seafood store. This is our 8 ounce. Let's put it in perspective. That's a half-pound crab cake. I mean, this is a center-of-the-plate entree. You would pay $45 if you went out to a restaurant. And quite honestly, when you go to the seafood store, A, do you get that quality? B, can you find something of this size? But here, let's break into one, because I want you to see, Rick, when you break into one of our crab cakes, first of all, we went right from the freezer. Look at the amount of crab meat just spilling out. In fact, it doesn't even fit on this plate. Big hunks of both the lump, the fin, and what I love about it, I mentioned before, made by hand in our kitchens. So the recipe is what I would call clean. They're making the star ingredient crab really shine. They're not masking it with too many spices, just enough to really bring it up and elevate the flavors.
Yep. As you're making these now, as you're buying these, and again, if you try them, there's a couple choices here. Sold out last time. And only day this month on 5Z payment. So let me do my stories here.
Sure.
Only day this month, my friend, on 5Z payment. Shipping and handling included. You're seeing two prices, 8 or 16. If you're getting the 16 choice, you save $32.
Oh, that's fantastic.
By doing that. Saving $32 by getting it in the big guy. And that's a lot of crab. 8 ounce coming to your door. How do I make them?
So this goes right from the freezer into a hot 425-degree oven. This way you get that wonderful brown, crispy exterior from the browning in the oven, but then the inside stays moist, delicate. And I'm breaking this open. You can just see the size of this. Look at all this crab meat. It just falls down. Look at that beautiful lump, all the wonderful spices. I mean, it is such a large crab cake, but I'm going to tell you this, Rick, this is delicious. This is like taking a trip down to Maryland. And Maryland, if anybody's ever visited there, they are competitive about their crab cakes. Well, I can tell you, rather than have to drive down to Maryland, how about you bring Maryland to your front door and get this delicious Maryland-style crab cake?
And 45718, I will tell you too.
Yep.
For the next 24 people, is that right, Jerome, to get those steaks? Right, 24. How about a really, really cool take on surf and turf?
Surf and turf. I would just
How about that
beat me to it.
That 6 ounce, which is a great size, right?
Yep.
And then you pop on this 8 ounce crab cake. Woo! And they're both so easy to make. When you make yours, how do you make yours? You do it in a pan? You do it in the oven?
I do it in a hot oven because you know what? I see the exterior here has that nice brown crust. So that's the hot 425-degree oven, but then the inside stays fluffy, moist. In fact, you know, we have this is a take on a Maryland crab cake, but we have a couple little twists to it to make it nice and moist. Like there's just a touch of yogurt, and then there's just enough seasoning so that the crab meat is still the star of this actual
We got
item.
good news. We've had a great show so far.
Yeah.
Bad news is, between the 8 and the 16, there's only 600 remaining.
Oh, wow.
That's it. And that's between the two choices if you want to take advantage of this. Again, in the last 5 minutes, only day this month that we're doing this for 5Z payments at $26.40 and sold out the last time that they were on the air. I will say this, too. This could easily be, you could cut this in half and have this be for 2 people.
I'm so glad you just mentioned it. So take one out of the freezer, put it in the oven, or if you want to saute it in a pan, break it in half. You can make crab tacos. You can make 2 crab sandwiches with this. Because think about it, when you go to the store, I mean, look at all this crab meat. It is so big, Rick. I mean, beautiful lump crab meat falling all over there. And you can actually let us do the work for you. Let us find the best crab meat. Let us hand make these in our kitchens from scratch.
Yeah.
So you put them in the freezer. If you're entertaining for the big game, like you just said, or if you picked up those Rostelli steaks, what a perfect way for surf and turf. How about with Valentine's Day coming up?
Coming over here.
Yeah.
Well, there's Valentine's Day. How about dinner for 2 in and not out, right?
That's right.
How about having it at home? so much great TV on to watch, so many movies. Maybe you're getting HBO and you think you're watching a series or something, binge watching. Let's just stay home, all right?
That's
and
right.
have a great meal. And yet, when you're bringing this great quality at home, it's not difficult to make at all. In fact, this is arguably, with those steaks, a couple dozen remaining, and with this, man, some of the easiest food you can make for an entree.
Yeah, think about it. So instead of going out spending $40, $50, $60 a plate, you're going to produce a world-class meal in your kitchen with these crab cakes. I love the idea of pairing them with those steaks. But again, what I love about Great Gourmet is it's every week. It's 20 years of experience with seafood with Kim, the owner, sourcing from her vendors the best she can find. So it's each and every week say, hey, who has the best, highest quality crab meat, and then coming into our kitchen and producing this crab.
I just want to clarify, guys, because it's not on our screen there. I've got to buy more save on this, right? This is saving $32 by getting the big guy. So if you want to take advantage of this, there's 100 remaining on the 16 count, not 1,000. There's 100 people that can take advantage of this, and these are Colossal. They did sell out the last time that they were on the air. And guess what? The last time they were, I don't know if they were on 5Z payments, because this is the only day this month in the entire month of July. So get ready for the big game to get these on that 5-pay Easy Pay plan. There's the comparison.
This is what this right here is what you find in your typical seafood store, grocery store. It's about 3 to 4 ounces.
And by the way, is there any crab in this one?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you're not only comparing size,
but quality.
You're comparing, what is that? Is that cornflakes?
Exactly,
right?
exactly. What is in that? How has it been made? Has it been in the freezer? These are handmade right in our kitchens down in the eastern shore of Maryland. So you know you're getting the best crab meat, but you're getting a recipe that's been, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was got a question for you. We got to ask us a question.
Sure.
Jerome wants to know,
Okay.
how are they packaged?
Okay.
You don't have to make them all at once, right?
No, it's just fantastic. I'm glad you asked.
Good.
So they're cryovac frozen when they arrive to you, actually. And what's great about it, Rick, is you can take 1 out, you can take 2 out, you could take all of them out, and they're in a resealable bag. So what happens, if you want to just pop one in the oven, if you want to have for yourself, or if you want to make 2 for you on a special date, or for you and if that's a couple alone at home, or if you want to take it out for a group, make all 4 of them. It's up to you. Good for a year in the freezer.
Good for a year in the freezer.
Yep,
no
absolutely.
freezer, no freezer burn, no tenderness
Nope.
loss whatsoever. In the last 2 minutes, almost sold out now of the 16 count.
wow.
Excuse me, saving that $32 on that one. That did sell out last time. No surprise why. What's inside, Richard?
You know what, Rick? This is the best lump crab meat. There's also, because there's a lot of flavor in the claw meat as well as the fin meat, so there's a combination. But you see the lump crab meat, you see the claw meat, you see all the different spices. And again, it's a very clean recipe, because when you have something like crab meat, Rick, you want that to be the star.
Did you put everything over the top? Like, did you put any kind of glaze or anything, butter over the top?
No, not at all, not at all. And
So they just browned up like that, huh?
That's why I always recommend a hot oven, like 425 degrees, so the outside gives that nice caramelized, crisp exterior.
Oh, you do that?
Yeah, and then
425.
425 from frozen, but then the inside is fluffy, it's moist, it just bursts with all that crab flavor. And I tell you what,
Boy,
Rick,
that sounds good.
you know what? I had a restaurant over 20 years ago. I've been in the restaurant business many years. Crab cakes are one of those things. They just, you have a lot of bad crab cakes. You know what I love about this? This is really, truly like taking a trip to Maryland.
Oh, boy, are you right about that.
No, yeah,
Talk about the restaurant crap shit,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Like, I think I'll get the crab cakes, and you never know what you're getting.
No.
How many times have you been disappointed with a crab cake in a restaurant when you order? You go, I'm not sure. It costs you a fortune. In the last 2 minutes, Great Gourmet with 300 people on the line.
Oh, wow.
8 and 16, both limited, M45718. You can take advantage of it. Only day this month on 5 Easy Payments. The brand is called Great Gourmet. Who are these guys?
That's right, Kim. So she was born and raised on the Eastern Shore of Maryland, and the Eastern Shore of Maryland is all about the best seafood. Well, Maryland is all about crab cakes, and she's been inspired by the great crab cakes of Maryland, taking that inspiration, getting the best crab meat, and then in her kitchens, by hand, they're making each individual crab cake. So you know you're getting something made with a lot of love, but also with the best of care. And again, it's an 8-ounce crab cake. Look at the difference. This is your typical in the grocery store, seafood store, 3 to 4 ounce crab cake. This is a full 8 ounce. It's a ½ pound, Rick. Think about that. If you're picking up the 16 pack, that's 8 pounds of crab cakes. 8 pounds. And again, you don't have to do any of the work. Pop these from the freezer to the oven, and you have a gourmet dining experience.
Jameer from the Chateau Marmont, bungalow number 7, wants to know, this would be great with a steak, wouldn't it?
This will be perfect with the steak.
Jameer, yeah, so there you go. Little Ask Us question there for you, Jameer. Let me wrap this up now in M45718. Richard, thank you so much for joining us. These are here and now, and what a great show it's been.
Hey.
Always a pleasure, buddy.
Hey, good to see you.
All right, good to see you as well.
Take care.
Let me give you the update on what's going on within the show. Our debut of Rastelli Market Fresh Sirloins has completely sold out. Was supposed to be on later tonight. Got to switch up the show because Dave's not going to have those steaks. You are, and enjoy them, enjoy them. I'm going to switch gears. We've got a